Whoa. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. It makes no sense how the season has transpired so quickly. It feels like literally just yesterday we were starting this damn thing, but we're here. We are here. End of the season, end of the line. Yanks Talk Ball. We're back in the building. Man, what a time. What a time. And of course, the squad is almost fully here. You know what I'm saying? One person is missing, but we'll get to that later. We're here in the building to talk ball from all this past week. Just so much has gone down. Again, just wild, literally how much football has just been happening. And we're at the end of the season. Insane. But the squad's here with us. We got to break down what's been going on for this past few days. First and foremost, No Chill Genie's in the building. What's going on?
Welcome, man. Chilling. We saw what we all knew was gonna happen today. Big Andrew breaking records at Spurs, conceding 2 goals at their new stadium. Shout out to him, bro.
That's a whole nother kettle of fish, man. There's a lot to be said about that one. We're gonna get to it though. But next up, we got Adrian in the building. What's going on, Adrian?
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback off of what he said. I'm very happy with Big Angie's performance today and his team's performance. So big up to Big Ange. You played a great game, mate. And it's yeah. I mean, we'll get into it, but I'm happy. Yeah, it's good times for me.
Out of all those people, funny enough, I don't blame Ange for that. We'll get into it though. We'll get into it. And last but certainly not least, we got Phil Talks Ball. He's in the building. What's going on, Phil?
What's going on, man? You were doing a lot of chat just now about the season being over, but literally for me, the season's been over for like a month. So it's been kind of coasting till the summer. And honestly, nothing has surprised me in this past month. It's just been the script has been how most of us expected it to go. And I try to warn the Arsenal fans, don't hope. The hope kills you.
Hey man, it is what it is. We're gonna talk about it though. We're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna reserve it for now because we got some things to discuss before we get into all the meat and potatoes. Real quick, make sure you check out the podcast on all platforms, man. Shout out to Yanks Talk Ball everywhere. Again, including all the X, YouTube, Instagram, all that good stuff. Make sure you go check us out there. Yanks Talk Ball. We have to talk about the predictions really quickly. We had some games from the past week and change that we have to catch up on.
I don't even know what I said.
I'm about to say, I remember. I remember.
I had a good weekend. So did you.
So,
You got a perfect score off rip.
Yeah.
In the Madrid game.
Chase is already out.
Copied me.
Because Chase wasn't even in the picture. So he's automatic bottom. Whatever. That is what it is. With 16 points.
Damn.
That's you. That's Trey.
That's me. That was me.
16?
This was a high scoring week. This was a very high scoring week. With 22 points.
Wow.
Adrian.
Ooh.
I'll take it.
That's the highest scoring third place.
Ooh. We tied. Me and Phil tied.
First place, both of you tied with 26 points.
Let's go, Phil.
That's crazy. Yeah. So
we both mute. We both mute and trade.
So y'all. No. Y'all can mute Chase, bro. Y'all can mute Chase.
Chase, you.
Don't worry about that. In spirit, you can mute him in spirit. But yeah. So both y'all got the perfect result. Phil and Gene got the perfect result on the Real Madrid Bayern game. 2-1 Real Madrid. Both y'all didn't get anything on the PSG Dortmund game. Yeah, I got 0 points. Let me see. I was the only person that got points on the PSG Dortmund game. I'm the only one that said Dortmund was going to win. So that I'm gonna say that I'll take that small victory or whatever. City, we all got points. Manchester United Arsenal game, we all got points. And then what's it called? Oh, Manchester United Arsenal game. Adrian got a perfect score. He got a 1-0 Arsenal. So he got a perfect score on that.
A dead result.
And then everybody got points except for me on the Marseille Atalanta game. I'm gonna say Marseille
chose Obama.
Yeah.
Obama who?
Hey man, listen,
Obama,
my man.
See you later.
Hey, my boy was shedding tears out there, bro. I felt bad. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to my guy though, but they got smacked. Shit is tough. But that's all we have for the predictions review and all that good stuff. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. Let's talk about what's happened, and we just gotta start right at the top. Right at the top of the table, the title race, as it were, coming to a head into the final two game weeks, and Manchester City has gone to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, the toilet bowl, whatever you want to call it, with some odd 1,000 seats empty, with some Arsenal fans trying to get into the venue to try and cheer people along and stuff.
Something like 15K,
Yeah.
bro. Like 15K seats, 10,000 seats available.
Wild
Crazy.
times. There's so much to break down from this game from in and out of the pitch, but it was Manchester City 2, Tottenham 0. And Manchester City have taken the lead in this title race. And it seems like the predictors and everything have all but closed the book on this shit. But let's break down what happened. Let's break down all the talk from it, man. First reactions, gut reactions. How y'all feeling from it? I'll open up the floor.
My first reaction isn't even the game itself. It's what Ange said post game and what's been coming up the past couple of days with Spurs fans literally hoping for one, Villa to beat Liverpool, so guarantee their spot in top 4. So Spurs had nothing to play for. And 2, they were hoping their team would lose today and destroy their chance of getting top 4. I mean, I don't care what happened. I don't care what happened during the game. That is the worst, possible, and it's not a 1 or 2. It's obviously thousands and thousands of them in the UK.
It's the majority.
Not even the Twitter people.
Nah.
They didn't even go to the stadium to watch watch the game.
The ones that be living by them, bro. The ones that be living right by the stadium and stuff. The locals and everybody. It was just on one accord.
They're not a football club. That's not a football
before
club.
we even
That's
get to the
something different.
game, let's just get this out the way, bro. I'm glad that your manager has finally said the truth. Your manager, it only took him 1 season to understand the truth. You all are losers. Y'all are losers, bro. This is irrespective of being an Arsenal fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to throw this to the side right now. Look at what you guys have said and done over the past 2 weeks. Y'all have twerked to get out of Champions League football. The one thing, Champions League qualification will get you millions of dollars and potentially platform you to be a better team going forward, to potentially try and get you to compete for titles, which, you know what I'm saying, you haven't done since what, like 2016? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like 2016, 2017?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, you know what I'm saying? But you're literally actively campaigning against that. The only one person in the Spurs fan base that had sense was Ange Postecoglou himself. In the build-up, he told you all these people rooting against the team just so City could win. Y'all you don't make sense. You don't make sense. You're sick. People need to get checked. And in the post game, he said this whole foundation sucks. This whole foundation is sick. It's fragile. It's weak. This needs to change. He wants to win. I feel bad for him. This sucks, even as an Arsenal fan, but I'm still putting it to the side. He wants to win. He is surrounded by serial losers and bums. When your entire identity and existence is so connected to a club that's bigger than yours, and you would go so far as to disrupt your own progress, literally, not a hypothetical, not a hypothetical that has nothing to do with you at the end of the day. Literally, you would want the sabotage of your own club. Just so you can't see another go through.
Sorry, I have to say this. This is coming from the guy, Trey. I'll never forget when you told me years ago. I asked you this.
Was it Champions
you said
League?
You'd rather Arsenal get relegated than Tottenham wins the Premier League.
Oh yeah, cause I hate that, man. That's what it is. I was about to say,
well,
but that's such a drastic gap. That's hyperbole.
Yeah.
That's of course it's hyperbole.
No, but that's even worse. You'd rather get relegated than win the league. They're just saying we'd rather miss out. We'll miss on top 4. Like that's.
I'm speaking in hyperbole. I'm speaking in hyperbole, bro. I hate the man, of course, obviously, but why the fuck would I get relegated? Whatever. Anyways, I'm an older man.
So that's a topic for another day.
Straight to be dead on. The amount of glazing I've seen. Everybody I saw Spurs fans doing the pus stand when they were 1-0 down. I saw them doing
they were literally celebrating.
Like
the stadium got loud when they scored. Like they were literally celebrating the goal.
I'm sorry. That is low, bro. When the situation actually arrives, of course you can speak in hypotheticals. When the situation actually arrives, they literally had the red pill, blue pill in their hand. Yo, like, do you save yourself or do you just condemn the world and say everybody goes? And he was like, yeah, nah, everybody's got to roll, son. It's crazy how thoroughly it's been proven that the Spurs fan base, the Spurs team, everybody as a whole, honestly, Ange can actually get the pass on this because he actually tried to inject some type of confidence or drive to win a game or get a result to get them in Champions League because he wants to win unequivocally. Spurs, y'all are losers. You are a loser. You're a set of
Phil,
losers.
do you think
bro.
Everton would do that if they have the chance to get fourth place?
Absolutely.
You think
Yes.
they would lose fourth to get fifth?
Yes.
Wow. That's
Man,
crazy.
I've seen so many times when Liverpool's needed Everton or United to do us a favor against City, and they just fall on their backside and let City walk all over them.
Well,
The problem
that's
is
not what I
I've
meant.
learned,
I meant
I've learned from
if they're
those
fighting.
experiences. The issue is needing to rely on anyone to get points off of your title rivals, let alone your direct rivals. Like it's a terrible position. You don't want to be in it.
I said,
And it's also the
And
thing
Arsenal
with
had the chance
Tottenham.
not to.
It's also the thing with Tottenham that made it more conflicting was if they were in the driver's seat for top four, and losing this game would directly mean they don't make Champions League, then I could understand, a bit more of Ange's thing of the mentality needs to change. But I can see both sides. While yes, it's like a small club mentality thing to be more concerned with what your rivals are doing. But can you imagine Spurs beats City, Arsenal wins the Premier League, and then Villa just beats Palace in the last game, and they don't make top four either way?
That's a super team, bro.
that shit would still be
That's
hilarious.
that's what I'm saying. It's like so like from a fan point of view, I understand why they're like this game is meaningless. Like even still, it's a long shot for us to get top four. And it's the fact that making Champions League will be good for them next season, and maybe in the short term it will like just take them their progress a step further, a bit earlier than they thought it was going to be. But Arsenal winning the league as a result of Tottenham Hotspur is forever. It'll be everlasting. Arsenal fans would never let it go. Anytime they would play North London derbies, they'd be chanting something like, "You want us to lead? You want us to lead?" Something like that.
Yeah.
They would never let it go. They'd be telling their kids about it, their grandkids about it. So I understand from a Tottenham point of view why they're like, hell no. Are we going to give these guys the Premier League title? So I understand from both sides. It's a really weird situation to be in. Ideally, you don't want to be relying on your your biggest rivals to do you a favor in a title run-in. And let's be honest, City's just a much better team than them. I mean, like they could have Spurs could have had their lives on the line.
City had a shit game, and they were still like they didn't need to really do
Spurs
anything
could have had their
much.
lives on the line today, and City's probably still going to beat them just because they're that much better.
Again,
like it was sorry to make about Liverpool again, but it was a thing of I think in the 21-22 season. I'm not sure which title race exactly, but Everton was playing City like close to the end, and they were having a discourse online of we're just going to let City win because blah 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 blah, and then the Liverpool fans were replying like, "You guys don't have a say in this. Like, City will destroy you either way, no matter how bad you want to beat."
That's the point. At the end of the day, that is actually real facts. Though I'm like Spurs. I mean, again, based on the hoodoos or whatever, you could have did something. But honestly, if you look at the form there, City was in, and where Spurs are at over the past several weeks, let alone what I'm saying, the fall off that started on the second half of the season. There wasn't really much. Something was gonna happen that bent City's way. What push came to shove. Everybody on the other side would hope that something wouldn't, and some type of hoodoo or supernatural forces would prevail. But it just broke down how it broke down. The overwhelming force was City. Were gonna push until they got something out of it. I wish something else would happen, but again, you're fighting against the odds.
This was the season to beat them, though. This was the season to beat them. They only won 2 games out of all their top 5 matchups. You know what I'm saying? Like
this is City's about to get 91 points.
They're on 89. Right? No, because they won this one. They can get 91 if they win the next one. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like even with saying like this is the chance to beat them, they're still getting over 90 points.
There is no fucking chance to beat them. You have to just beat them outright. There is no.
The standard is outrageous. I mean, Man United never got over 90 points in the Premier League. I think the Invincible team got 90.
Yeah,
like flat, and that was the highest Wenger got. It's just the standard.
The worst Man City team is steamrolling everybody else, and we're trying to get to. We
just
got into the final day.
It's just their season wasn't their best season. It wasn't 100 points. It wasn't 99 points.
Sure, but most of their average literally goes to like 91, 92. They haven't even bottomed out. This probably isn't even one of their we'll see at the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? What 90 or 91, whatever they get to.
I mean, last season was a better chance to win the league. City didn't break 90 points last season.
Yeah.
2021 City didn't break 90 points. Like those were chances to beat them.
Again, the standard City you're at right now. You know what I'm saying? The pace that City is at. You have to literally either A, pray for them to slip up, which doesn't happen in the second half of the season, or B, do something so Herculean that they cannot catch up, a la Liverpool doing whatever they did in 2021. You know what I'm saying? Where they just went on a crazy win streak and just made it out of sight immediately. There is no other options. It's A or B. There is no. There's no human element anymore. There's no human element.
That broke Pep's City was Liverpool needing to win 27 out of 28 games to start a season.
Yeah,
They went 27 out of 28
facts.
wins, 1 draw. Like that's what it took to take the title from City. It's just
City, right?
Pep is a freak, man. He's
Yeah,
a freak.
Arsenal right now on the current points tally. Yeah, I saw the stat line too. You know what I'm saying? That current point tally beats out 7 out of the 13 Premier League titles that Sir Alex Ferguson won. You know what I'm saying? And we're trailing. We're fighting for our life against City. That's
You
different.
can't compare 2024 to 1992. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest.
Wait, why
on
not?
that.
Wait, why not?
Because
it's still a
completely
Premier League,
different, bro.
Premier League era. All I'm saying is that's the standards have gone even higher past that point. That's what I'm saying. 70. If Phil was putting up the stats in the chat earlier today in the chat talking about 66 points got you top 4, or 81 points won you the league. 81 points. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was just like looking for fun at different Premier League seasons. Like in 2011, United won the league with 80 points. At the end of the season, Leicester City won the league with 81 points. I think the treble-winning United won the league with like 70 something points. I mean, it's just. Like those are normal title winning campaigns.
And those are good. And those are good scores.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like those are great.
Our standard of what
facts
title win should be.
I'm not
so now
saying
you have to be perfect. So if you've dropped 11 stupid points by November, you're thinking, the title's gone.
It's cooked.
When in the past you can be like, we'll kick in January.
Yeah,
but
and you'll go on.
You have to be able to reach 90 points at a minimum, or else you're not beating City.
It's no slight on any of Sir Alex Ferguson's title wins. You know what I'm saying? It's no slight on any point tallies or anything like that, because those are great scores. That's what it took. That's what it took to win each year. You know what I'm saying? And they got over the line. But when you look at that and you see Pep just absolutely steamrolling year after year after year, getting to like 90. That's why at the beginning of the season, Mikel Arteta was dead serious when he said, 95 points is the marker that we have to go for. At least to get within a shout. He said, I'll rip 95 points. And I'm like, I understand. You have to win literally 30 games and see what else happens, and don't lose more than you draw past those 30 games. Get to 95 and see what happens after. It's just, this is the machine that we have to fight. This is the machine that we're all up against. It's not just, whatever. It's every year. Who sets out to try and go pace for pace with the machine? Who can do it? You either have to be on some crazy hacks, or you pray for the craziest slip up that City will never do. It's insane. But back to these Spurs fans, y'all suck. I just want to double down. You guys are ass. But I've never seen Son miss a 1v1 in his life. I've never seen Son miss that kind of 1v1 in his life. That boy was on agent timing, brother. When you signed that Spurs extension, just know you signed your own death warrant for your career, brother. You signed it.
Bro, as he was clean through, he saw his legacy as a Spurs legend potentially going down the drain.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta go, bro. Every time I've seen him go near post every single time in his life. My man's like, man, we'll go cross post. We'll see what happens, bro. The level of agent work, bro. Hitman with the ball head and the barcode would be pleased. That brother would be absolutely over the moon at his work. He would be admiring his shit. I'm sorry, bro. I was
gonna ask Adrian about something. Adrian, in that first half, when you saw Kyle Walker basically on a one-on-one with the keeper every time on that right side,
got so much.
All he would do is just put in bad crosses. Like, he could have taken some shots on those opportunities.
Spurs had a good game plan. Spurs had a good game plan, bro. He said, let's just mark Guardiola, bro. Let this guy deal with himself.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But if you have any other right back if you had like, not even Trent, because I don't think that pace, but if you had Dalot, Frank,
if we had João Cancelo,
like any other right back in the world will at least take a couple of chances to try to score them. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, obviously, when I saw Walker in those positions, unmarked, plenty of space to run, and this is not the first time this season this has happened, because this season we've actually been allowing him to go forward a little bit more because of the way we use Foden or Bernardo Silva or whatever, which hasn't happened in recent seasons. Usually he's just stayed back, or maybe sometimes tucked inside into the midfield. But now, kind of, some of the games he's been bombing down the right and wasting tons of great opportunities. So
because Gvardiol would look at him what he's been doing the past couple weeks on that left back side.
Yeah, and Guardiola, like in the first half of the season, I would see him come, move up the pitch and get the ball as if he were a natural left back. I would think like, what the hell is this? Like he's a center back. Why is he playing left winger? But I mean, obviously, I've been shut up in that regard. I mean, he's scored 5 goals, and I think over the last month.
That first goal against Fulham.
Yeah. I mean, I did not. I was unfamiliar with his game, so there's nothing anybody can. I don't think anybody can say about his attacking contributions nowadays. Yeah, Walker. I mean, I think that this is his last season at City. I think he's gonna leave. And I'll be interested to see what we're gonna do to replace him. Are we gonna go with?
There's a right back that's gonna be available this season.
If it's Frimpong,
in the same city. No, in the same city in Manchester.
Hey, you know what? Maybe Wan-Bissaka on a free is not a bad deal.
Nah,
listen,
you guys should be all over Reece James.
Yeah,
like, I know his injury record is an issue, but
yeah,
can you imagine him getting in these positions Walker gets into? Like,
I think
his contract. Did you see his contract? If he
James
wants anything similar, he's getting paid $250K a week right now at Chelsea. Like, I don't think if you guys put that, I don't know.
Bro, City has a different level of
City would drop that
the
money.
Abu Dhabi medical team.
Yeah,
they'll be doing work. You know, Chelsea.
we can rebuild him. They're gonna give him a bionic kneecap, bro. He'd be fine.
Reece James would definitely be a primary target. If I know that there'd probably be concerns over his fitness, but I'd be interested to see it because I think Reece James is the most balanced, the most similar to Walker. He's definitely better technically and going forward.
He's a much better player.
Going forward. So he would probably be the primary target. But there was rumors about Frimpong because he's got a release clause. So I don't know. I see Frimpong. I haven't watched him. I've seen him play too much.
Frimpong, he would fit y'all play.
I see him more like a wing back guy. Like maybe
he's more of a winger than a right back.
He's not going to give you that solidity that.
So there might be there might be some question marks over defensive abilities, but that's just something I have to see for myself because I haven't watched him that much. So, but I think Walker is going to be gone this season. This is his last.
Is his contract up, or what makes you say that?
I think he was going to leave last season, and by small margins, small little factors that played in, he stayed. I don't think he's had a very good season, and I just think his cycle is definitely coming to an end. He is not the player he once was, and it seems like it's going to happen. It's like all signs point to it. That direction.
Word. No, fairs, man. But yeah, I mean,
I got
ain't gonna
lie.
Yeah, it's just like I thought y'all would have scored off the chances, off the crazy guilt-edge chance y'all had in the first half, but then they'd be some crazy saves, or Dragocin made like a crazy deflection, or a crazy block to deflect the goal, whatever.
Yeah. The first half was poor. I mean, we were kind of there for the saving in the first half, so I was definitely scared after the first half. I was like, oh man, it's gonna happen.
Then they walked in that goal, bro. I ain't never seen a walk in that easy, bro. They just let my man stride past like he was in I'm about to say
don't watch United games. Then.
Speed walk. Also, yeah, y'all cut back FC. We'll get to that.
Spurs defending would allow that. Like from what we've seen from them this season, they have allowed players in those kinds of
to coast
many of times. So at some point when you allow Kevin De Bruyne to get the ball on the right in the half space on the right hand side, and he picks out Holland. It's that simple, really. It's just tap in, So it's that simple.
And and then after that, I mean, Spurs had some attacks, but I feel like as soon as that first goal went in, I feel like there was really, honestly, outside of the Sun chance, not really.
That's what they've been for the past 5-6 weeks now. Like they haven't against Chelsea, against Arsenal, like. They just don't look like they're a threat at all. Again, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They'll score a goal out of nowhere, but they just don't look like a threat when they go up front. No, no pace. Which Son doesn't have the pace. No good. James Maddison isn't dribbling like he was in the beginning of the season. He isn't crossing like he was in the beginning of the season. He isn't taking shots like he was in the beginning of the season.
I think Brennan Johnson offers some sort of a threat just with zero end product.
Yeah, that guy's final action is not good at all.
He will get the ball in dangerous position, maybe get past the defender, but his final ball is not.
The decision making, bro. Yeah,
and Son on the left again that was a failed experiment. I'm surprised that we're back in this position where
Sarr was playing center forward today.
I don't know, man.
Today was a prime containment team selection. and
Yeah.
just taxes the middle of the pitch,
hmm
trying to catch City on the break, which they did.
Yeah.
Like that one chance Son had, like that was what the game plan was hoping for, and then, yeah, he
And
didn't
then
take it.
just kaput, bro.
Very
Kaput.
suspiciously.
Yeah, it's dubious. Dubious as shit, boy. Dubious as shit. That's all I gotta say. But that's
He hit
you can
Oscar
say-
flashbacks.
yeah, you can say that for another time, man. But yeah, I mean, listen, the city machine is a city machine. You know what I'm saying? But people clear their hoodoos all the time, and this was the last. I think this was the last hoodoo for them whatsoever in this season. You know, again, going to Spurs when they literally haven't scored or haven't won in the Premier League. There,
in that.
Yeah, in
I
the
did
last
want
four.
to. I
in
did
the
want to
Premier
say
League.
something about Akanji though.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know he got away with it. That was shocking, and like, you know, it's
Oh,
funny.
yeah,
What it is
okay.
with Akanji is that I think he's a really good player. He was a bargain for the 18 million pounds that we signed him from Dortmund from. He's been a fantastic player for us overall, but personally, one thing that's definitely there and is present is that moment of just bozo that he's had. He had it in the Champions League final when Lautaro Martinez got him behind and he fluffed his chance. But like I don't know, it's just weird how some players can be so good, but they have that bozo gene. It's just present. I know Kyle Walker has that gene.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
that.
I think,
I mean,
Konate-
and nerves,
Konate has that too.
nerves. People are
And
human.
what? Ake
Both
and
those-
Stones were available today to play ahead of
Yeah,
them.
no, yeah. I was thinking about it. I was like, why?
Yeah.
I mean, I have seen Ake make about one mistake in a City shirt in 3
Yeah.
years, which was this season, like 2 months ago against Liverpool. But that was it. So I don't know. It was. I just wanted to make like that's something that keeps me from thinking that Kanji's world class is that he had like, or even against Real Madrid when at the Bernabeu, Vinicius Jr. No, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
it was Rodrigo. I don't know who it was. Which one? One of those players. I think it was Rodrigo. But allowed too much space in behind. They got.
But
the
do you
second
think
goal.
this is only when he plays center backs or when he plays that CDM or left back role too? You think it happens just as much?
I see it more when he's a center back
Center back. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
or a right
Yeah.
back. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, that's the
So-
Dortmund guy you guys bought.
Mm.
I feel that's like a trademark Dortmund defender trait. Great player,
Does-
but they have that bozo gene. Yeah.
Yep. Except Hummels.
Yeah, Hummels has.
Hummels has it too, man.
Mm.
Nah, he's world class. He
Against
does have a bozo gene in
PSG,
him.
that PSG save, Mbappe save, oof, the beginning
no,
of the
he's still
Champions
world
League
class. He's a
season,
legend,
that's
but-
crazy.
Nah, it's somewhere.
So wait, so we're talking about formation selections and stuff like that. Can we move to the other Manchester thing? And
Shoot, we can go right ahead, man. We can switch gears a little bit.
no, I want to know your guys' thoughts when you see a formation like that for Manchester United in 2024. Like because I've been seeing it for the past couple of months like this, but like I would just be laughing every week if I was like a rival from us. I would just laugh at that. Like you just look at that lineup, I would just laugh. For me, I
McTominay
cry.
at number 10.
Did
No, I
anybody
mean-
see the comments from Wayne Rooney after the game,
No, what do you say?
where he said something
Yeah.
along the lines of the players that were technically unavailable for United were
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
fit to play. That was
Oh
not
my
funny.
god.
Yeah,
He's
that was
Okay.
just
media.
yeah, that was headcanon. His whole reasoning for that was like seen it happen before. I mean, which valid. He probably has,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean anything.
Like, what's your sort? Like, what's this? Like, what's the proof? Like, you're just.
But it could be
saying
true.
something.
Yeah, it could be true.
It could
but-
be, but I don't know. I wouldn't doubt if Rashford was healthy because he's done that before, where he's ill and then he's out at a nightclub the same night or whatever. So like him, I understand, but not everyone else. I guess maybe they're saving for a FA Cup final. I really don't know. But that formation was
Yeah,
just
he made it
hilarious.
seem like they were trying to stay fit for the summer, for the Euros and the Copa America.
Half our players aren't gonna even. What? Half? No, 90%.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, who would go to those competitions that was injured? Talking Rashford, Martinez, who's obviously injured.
Yeah, Mainu.
Bruno Fernandes. And
But
I
he
don't
wasn't
think
injured.
he's not the type to do something like that.
Yeah.
Who else?
That's
Who
what I'm
else is there? Luke Shaw, I guess.
Dalot, but he
Um,
was not injured. He was playing.
But Luke Shaw's been injured all season. So I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
he'll even make the plane. Honestly,
hmm
I think Rooney's just doing stuff for clicks, and he has been for the past couple of years.
yeah.
To be honest, that's my opinion. But whenever I see
he
that
gets
line,
no clicks, it's not like it's his own YouTube channel. It's
Well,
like
yeah,
on Sky
but
Sports.
he
AJ
be
clicks
doing
that
he be
they-
hopping
AJ
in them
clicks
pro clubs with Al Angry Ginger shit. I've been
Yeah,
seeing.
he does do a lot of
Wait,
these
really?
things. Like
Yeah, I
these
see.
weird-
Yeah,
Yes.
he literally was on call with them and
He's
stuff.
on
He,
TikTok.
That's
he
crazy.
was doing jokes. It
He's
was,
on
it was
Yeah,
mad
TikTok.
funny.
that's just marketing stuff. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
It's almost as if I don't think Rooney actually supports Man United despite being a club legend. Even
He's an
because he was
Everton fan.
Everton. Yeah,
he was an
saying.
Everton. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
he constantly criticizes United and saying these things that I don't know if it's straight for attention or maybe it's just I don't know. But I find it interesting.
Mm,
No,
You know.
yeah.
he's not a United fan. His son though been playing nice for our youth. Shout out to him. Kai Rooney.
Mm.
Ooh. Nah,
I
but
like what we're doing.
no,
Every day we're
seriously.
talking about that dead game. That boring
no,
Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. That game,
Yeah.
that was the this is
That
why
game was dog shit. That was a dog shit
Trey,
game.
I know
and
you're
I
gonna
do
take
not
this
care.
personal.
Yeah, it was.
I know you take this personal, but
Do
this is
I?
the reason Arsenal aren't gonna win the league. Because City would never do that. They would never go into this shit United team and they would play how Arsenal played. Never. They were
They
getting
played against a
outpossessed by
shit
this
Nottingham
United team.
Forest, but they got through. What do you mean? That has nothing to do
They
with that.
they let Forest hold possession against them, and they just sat back and defended the whole game.
They let Forrest was getting through them. What do you mean? Forrest just fluffed hella chances. Chris Wood had
I'm
a
not talking about
stinker.
Forest. I'm saying, when have you seen the City team go against a dead team like United has been this season, and then they're like, let's play defensively? This isn't the only time you guys done this season. We've seen Arteta play this terrorist ball this season. It's not the first time. It's just
But
it's
it's
just
never
them-
really cost them points. Like,
It hasn't cost them points.
It hasn't. And again, if a
And
team,
then against
but if
Villa-
you're going up against a team
But that's not what they did
that
against Villa.
is shit in position, they only live through transitions. If you're facing a team that lives through transitions, would you not mind giving
we didn't
them
have
some of the ball
Rashford.
for a
We didn't
little
have
bit?
Rashford. We didn't have Bruno. Like, we're
You're
not
still
gonna
gonna play.
get nothing, bro.
You're still gonna play Hoyland. Hoyland's still good in
Who's
the
gonna send
channels.
him the ball? Who's gonna send him the ball?
Any
Johnny
one of them.
Evans? Come on.
I'm not gonna. I'm going to. I don't
Onana?
care. I'm working off of any set of information. I'm going to kill it off. It don't matter to me. You could have had Kamwala playing up top or something like that. Him playing in the 10 and him sending balls through the channels. I don't care. I'm looking through. But regardless to say, it was a shit game. I absolutely agree.
bad, bro.
It was a shit game. There was only
I'd rather
one
you
moment
guys
quality
beat
in.
us 5-1 than
Yeah.
watch that 1-0
It
over again.
was unnecessarily nervy. It was unnecessarily, and Arteta said it post game. He's like, "Yo, we should have had more control of things and should have been more on top of the ball." But you know, what I'm saying, we tried to adjust it after halftime, but it just didn't work. And then we're just either holding on, trying to manage the game. This was not a performance win, in my opinion. I told people this from beforehand. This Man United game is not a performance win in this back half of the season. I don't care what state they're in. I told
that's a good
motherfuckers
job,
the
Let's
hoodoo,
just get the job done.
the hoodoo, the heebie-jeebies, the ghost stories, the duppies, all the people that live under, you know what I'm saying, Old Trafford, they rise up for Arsenal games just for no reason. This was just get the win, get the hoodoo over with, and move on. This was all it was. That
Bro,
was
you guys have this guy getting like playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, come on, man. It's like
that's
there's
funny.
no voodoo
Bro,
against. There's no voodoo against this guy. You know what I'm saying?
bro. Okay, against that guy
Like,
specifically,
bro.
probably not. But again,
Like, look at this guy, bro.
That's,
Like, you know
that's
what I'm saying?
insane.
Like,
That's insane. But again, we haven't won at y'all place since 2020, since the one Aubameyang penalty in COVID times. You know what I'm saying? Like, we haven't gotten any positive results since there. So I know us going there, no matter what state United is in, there's always going to be it's not a fear factor. It's just a mental block of, yo, this is usually a tough place to come. They usually Ten Hag hates us. I'm sorry. There's no other explanation besides Ten Hag definitely does hate us because he
doesn't like Arsenal,
I seen that man. I saw a report. He showed up to training 7 a.m. early in the morning. He showed up, pulled up in character early. I never seen him do that the whole season. I was like, what are you doing, bro? What's going on? So set up a whole new different formation. Had Andrew Tate playing solid games. And yo, bro, Amrabat had a solid game. I throw my hands up. He had a solid game.
He actually tried to do something different from the past 5 games in a row.
Exactly. He
It's
switched.
Like, oh wow.
The one game he decided to be pragmatic. Look what happened. You know what I'm
His
saying?
passing was still hilarious. Though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What's it
He
called?
literally passed the ball out of bounds a few times.
Yeah. Nah. And what again? Him defensively, mostly tracking and stuff like that. Like he helped stifle us a lot, except for the one, you know what I'm saying, Odegaard just shimmied his damn shoulder.
Which is
off
what
and shit.
United bought him
But
for, man. That
yeah.
comp against Mbappe in the World Cup. That's,
Yeah, it's the exact reason, the exact deployment, bruh. But again, outside of that, we just capitalized on one moment, and then we just saw it through as best we could. We just saw it through, and that's all it is. The performance thing, everybody.
Listen,
everybody
this
did
one
their job,
I'm not
whatever.
knocking. I'm not saying you guys didn't win. I'm just saying it's just like what I've been saying the whole season. They're City and they're just everybody else. You know what I'm saying? That's what separates them from. You know what I'm saying?
Agree with that.
If we took City out of this league, yes, Arsenal would win the league. Like, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
I'm not saying any of that stuff, but I'm just saying is when you guys go against robots, you have to do like the Nike commercial and
just do it.
Beat them. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I agree. And this is my thing. And if it was a 1-0 and then as the game went through, we're still missing those, like, you know, if it's a dead rubber game, there's even a half, even like a little sniff, even there's like a little half chance, it gets buried. You saw how KDB and Haaland just linked up easy, 1, 2, 3, one move. Yeah. I think we're still missing those, like the real pinch down killers that are either developed or haven't been bought yet to say like, yo, if there's a dead rubber game, there's even a half chance of sniff. If the game is going against us, if the wave of play is going against us, if we had that little chance, bury that and we find our way through. We find our way to keep building lead consistently. I know we had the 1-0.
You guys had Mbappe, man.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen.
Need that one player.
Speed said he's coming. Speed said he's on the way. Speed said he's on the way.
All jokes aside, though, if Arsenal had, like, while he's been incredible, like Trossard's been incredible this season, if Arsenal did have an elite left winger, or even just an elite number 9, even though Havertz has had a really good season too, just in one of those positions, if you have another, like, a really elite player who's even possibly better than Saka, then it just takes you up to a different level.
I agree.
Like, in those tight European ties, and then while granted you did really well in the big games in the Premier League this season, but just in those in these little moments, like being honest, the season was lost with Fulham, West Ham in December, and then the Villa game.
I agree. It was that December flurry. Again, there's a lot of signs that point to it. That the Newcastle game where I feel like we didn't,
because I don't think anyone expected,
but again, that was a whole
Arsenal
different set of trouble.
All of their games. Except for that Villa game. You know what I'm saying?
we had the hardest run. People said we were going to slip up multiple times in there. The Villa thing was the unfortunate shock where it's like, damn, we didn't play our best football. They had a game plan set up for us.
I can't say Arsenal blew the league against Villa when they won every other game in 2024, basically. The issue was giving yourself such a huge mountain to climb. In the turn of the year with how bad December was, or December, November. Yeah.
Again, this is the almost as good of a turnaround you can have in the league. But again, we're just competing against Pep City at this point. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying stuff is done to the final day because I'm delusional, so I'm gonna put that out there. But just to put caps up,
I'm with you on with you on your chair. This is football at the end of the day. Anything could happen, you know.
Just
City did lose to Chelsea in the Champions League final.
Anything can happen on any day, so I'm not gonna say that definitively. But I will say, through all the mental barriers, through all the things that we've had to adjust to, you know what I'm saying, losing players, adjusting our play, some of the little blips and stuff during December, we could have fell off. We could have, you know what I'm saying, fell into everybody's, you know, expectations of what happened last season and say, oh, they're going to fall off come end time or whatever, blah, blah, blah. We've proven that we can go down these runs. We can go down into crunch time and handle business in some of the toughest grounds. We've had 3 pressurized derbies: North London derby, Chelsea, and then Man United. We came out with all 3 points in all of those fixtures. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I could say that for that team that last season at the business end when it got real tough. This team has shown that they can handle emotions. They can handle, you know, big occasions more and more. And when it comes down to the league, we can will ourselves on to get there. We just need those little marginal players, those little additional pieces to become killers. And when this moment is dead rubber and when things might go against us, we can turn the tide in one moment. You know, that's the pieces that we need to add. We're getting there, bro. And if you don't think that we're close, you know what I'm saying, or we'll continue to be in this title picture for the next 3 to 4 seasons, I think you're crazy. That's just me. I feel like
you're about to get 89 points.
Yeah,
that's at that stage you've built a title-winning team.
Yeah,
it is there.
It's just taking it to, you know, how.
And you guys had almost no injuries this year compared to, you know what I'm saying, like this was a very good year for you guys.
We managed it well. We managed it well. Again, outside of Timber, which I think Timber was a big miss because he would have changed a lot of our play, but still, outside of that, I think we managed things fairly well.
Odegaard, Saliba, Gabriel, you know what I'm saying? Like you kept like your core like that you need, like Ben White. You guys had them all season long.
I would have wished that Gabriel Jesus would have been a little bit more fit. Partey was a lost cause in my opinion. I feel like physically that's done. True, but still, if he was actually fit and didn't lose, like if his knee wasn't fucked up, would have had a little bit more.
You can't lose that. Kai Havertz is still going to score more than him. Like the way that he's been playing, I think he'll score more than Gabriel Jesus.
I don't know. It's situational, but
Yeah.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree. But at least having him there in the squad for a little bit more firepower in moments when he's healthier could have been a difference maker. Could have been a difference maker. But yeah, it's just adding these pieces as we go on, bro. But when it's all said and done, I'm super proud of this team. This team is really, really fucking made me proud this season. I cannot wait to see them, you know what I'm saying, clap them off for the final game of the season. Make sure they
Do you have demands on winning a trophy next season?
You have to.
This is my thing. This is as we've incrementally grown more, I'm starting to add things on. So next season, my mind is be in the title race again and add a trophy onto it. We need to have a trophy, whether it be an FA Cup or whatever. We maintain our status.
You'd be satisfied with a league title challenge, but you don't win it. You don't win the Champions League. You don't win the FA Cup, but you win the League Cup. You'd be satisfied with that.
But as of right now, maybe it depends on who we get in the summer. I feel like if we get like actual, if you like stock up,
that's basically Liverpool season now.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm just saying. I know we're up against. I would say if we equal or better our campaign in the Champions League. So if we get quarterfinals or better, if we get to semis, you know what I'm saying, improvement. A domestic cup, I would want one domestic cup, and either and the league challenge minimum. Those are my minimums.
You need a trophy. I think Arteta needs a trophy.
I absolutely think we do.
10 freaking bald freaking hag is in the FA Cup final again this season, which obviously is 99% chance he's gonna lose.
Yeah.
Like you guys could be there. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no reason you guys shouldn't be competing.
I agree.
That cup has to be accompanied with a serious challenge.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, would you prefer a repeat of this season next season, or would you take 4th place in the FA Cup next season?
See that's tough because I don't know where
No
City.
way.
Why would I want to go?
Title challenge for sure.
Yeah, why would I want to go 4th in the cup?
What is the FA Cup gonna get you? A trophy?
Okay. I'm gonna read it down again.
It's the FA Cup, man. Like, is it the FA Cup? Listen, is the FA Cup? Like, what does it mean in the course of your history?
The title charge. If you don't win it, it's like you're just left with an empty.
You know what I'm saying? I know. Yeah, an empty feeling.
The chance of winning the title. So now, are you saying the title charge, but you lose the title?
Yeah, I'm saying a repeat of this current season.
I'm just saying that's right now. Yeah, my minimums would be this baseline. Yeah, my minimums would be what we set this season. So if we're, you know what I'm saying, getting some further in a fucking cup, which goes into having more like dynamic players who can turn it on the head, because cup games are different. In all cup competitions, we need to improve there massively, in my opinion. I want 90 plus points on the league, so that's a challenge. I want a deep domestic cup, a 1 win, and an equal or better the Champions League. Equal or better our performance in the Champions League.
Is there anything Arteta could do to put his position under pressure? Besides a disaster, like finishing 6th.
Outside of absolute disaster, recruitment.
The reason I ask is because I've been seeing some crazy things online of people saying Arsenal should be demanding a trophy next season, or else like he's running out of time. They need to get a winner in. And I'm like, we ran out of time. We ran out of time 2 years ago. We ran out of time when we missed out on Champions League. We ran out of time last season when we bottled the league. We ran out of time this season when we lost to Villa, or we did this and this. We keep pushing forward through all these times when people said this is the closest we'll ever get. When Gary Neville was saying this is the closest we'll ever get to shit, we keep moving forward. I personally, it would take something egregious for him to be like, yo, what the fuck happened? Like there's like an immense amount of pressure, but I personally cannot put anything on it, bar disaster, that has his job in jeopardy. Yeah, I guess if I'm playing devil's advocate, there's the risk of it turning into that Pochettino Spurs team. It keeps kind of pushing and being around there, and then they make the Champions League final, and then you think one more push, and then they just fall away.
It could, but I feel like we're bound for with the level we've set in terms of performance overall this season, conquering a lot of things mentally. It just takes the next step of, again, build. I think the squad to me, the squad building is the most important thing. coming this summer, and that's going to set the table stakes for what comes next. Mikel has to get the summer right. Edu has to get the summer right. We need to involve more killers. We need depth to make it through. We need to have 100-point squad, a squad that can achieve 100 points, but can be durable enough to withstand a couple of drops and whatever, and maintain 90 plus, like 90 to 93. That's the goal. That's the mindset in my head.
Go shopping in Madrid, man.
Listen,
that would be, if I was Arsenal, do everything in your power to sign Rodrigo this summer.
Listen,
I think that is the perfect left winger for you guys.
There's hella names, man. There's so much to go after, but all I know is whatever, win, lose, or draw at the end of the season, whether we come first or second, we are not going anywhere, and I'm so proud. And I can stand on the fact that we are going to be in this shit for a good minute, a hot minute, several seasons. And Mikel Arteta is still taking us in the right direction, bro. I can't be sitting here like Lee Gunner and shit, talking about, oh man, you mugs, you mugs and so whatever from another country far miles away, not supporting him because the dude aired me 10 years ago. Like, I can't be doing that, bro.
Well, I don't know if we can talk about being miles away.
Yeah, no. For not geographical reasons, but for tax reasons, whatever the fuck it is, bro. But this is, it's just my thing, bro. We have improved. We have improved, and it's tough. I bring back to that question that you asked about what's it called? Is this season an improvement over last season, or was last season a good season based off of the future projection and shit like that? I remember we talked about it last year, but it's tough to say. It's a closer call because, again, the trophy stuff is still in flux. We don't know if the league will happen or not. Most likely not, due to all the stats and shit, but we still believe. But I personally think, due to performances, us competing in different, competitions, mainly the Champions League, I think it's an improved season. I think this is a good season. And
it is an improved season, of course.
Obviously. And it's just it's something to build on. We keep going. I feel like the mentality of a squad and where we're pushing, as long as we make the right subtle additions, this is the point where it's catching and stepping with City. This is having the capability to try and go really, really go stride for stride with them, which is going to be the hardest job anyone's ever done. Only one man has really done in the Premier League. You know what I'm saying? This is the hardest summer. This is the hardest window. This is the hardest period of time over the next season and change that anybody can get into. How do you maintain consistent challenge and potential bettering of Pep City? And
City could have two people that beat Pep. I'm sorry.
I was about to say, well, yeah, Pep.
Go ahead. What you were gonna say? I was gonna.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was asking. There was more than one person.
No, in the league.
No?
Oh, it was Conte.
Yeah.
Conte. Yeah.
Like it wasn't. Yeah, I don't really
still
even. He still had Pellegrini's team.
I don't count that, but even still, Conte won like 12 in a row with that Chelsea team and stuff.
I think
so
won 13 in a row.
Yeah, that's still Herculean. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, this next summer, like next season, City could have a weird time because I foresee
completely
it
different,
probably being a big transition at Man City, right?
Yeah.
Like I think
no Bernardo
leaving.
Potentially Kyle
people
Walker
talk
gone.
about De Bruyne. Maybe it was something. So who knows? Those are two huge players that they would have to try and replace. So I mean, there's no reason why Arsenal shouldn't be going for the title again next season. And at this point, it's just Arsenal. I don't think anyone else is ready to challenge with those two teams next season.
Regardless, I think that Arteta, with a long stint at Arsenal, will win the league title at some point.
Right.
His stay at Arsenal will extend the remaining Pep years at City. I think there will be a time where Arteta is still managing Arsenal, Pep has left City, and at that point there's going to be tons of question marks over City in particular, obviously, because the post Pep era is going to be who knows. Nobody knows.
Yeah, I think Arteta just needs to get that major trophy in ASAP. Just to get that monkey off his back. And
I
think if they were deep into the champion, if they beat Bayern, which this team could have easily beat this Bayern team, like you guys are better than Bayern. If he did that, I think that pressure would go down a lot for like next season.
Yeah.
If you guys were in the semis and you guys lose to Madrid, like no one's gonna
no one's gonna.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Madrid.
you lost. You know what I'm saying? So I think if you guys would have just won that, like those talks would like be almost basically zero because when was the last time you guys, were like
Yeah,
into
got
that
it.
position?
Got a deep run. Yeah, that's fair.
Again-
It's just getting better every year. That's just proven that it's getting better every year.
Spin the block
They're gonna,
FC, man.
I would assume they're going to improve again in the summer with the
Yeah,
recruitment.
but it's like Phil said. It's just like you don't want to be in that improve, but you never actually win.
Yeah,
You know what
true.
I'm saying? Like that's what you don't want to. You don't want
I
to.
think this is a like they were like we said they were gonna get how many points? 89. They're gonna. I mean,
If they win,
Yeah,
I
if we
guess
win, if we
everything.
win on Sunday,
it's
89.
like that. Like that's easily, Arsenal. If City didn't have Pep, if we weren't this unbelievably good, then that's
It doesn't
an easy,
work like that,
league title
unfortunately,
for Arsenal.
Yeah, and again,
It's
it's
like no one's gonna look back in 10 years and say, "Oh, Liverpool, Arsenal won the
I'm
title."
just saying that
City.
this Arsenal team is just that good at the moment that
They are.
I mean,
But they're just not the best in the league. That's the whole point of the difference between
well, I
first
mean, yeah,
and second. You're second.
timing's bitch. Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
Yeah,
true,
it is.
but-
it will.
It is.
I would,
Timing is a
I
bit.
would love personally before Pep does leave. I hope we could pip one over Pep before he gets out of here. That would be fantastic. Just to at least fully solidify, like, pass the torch, motherfucker.
You gotta
like,
pray
leave
for
it
a
alone.
pandemic next year, bro.
Yeah, type shit. Oh
Yeah,
man.
you can't let them have 5 in a row, man. That's just
Hey.
like it's becoming a farmers league.
Yeah.
Well,
listen,
4 in a row.
yeah,
is
fingers
already
crossed.
pushing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, fingers crossed. This shit don't happen on Sunday. West Ham got something for me, but I think it's bullshit. But whatever. But you know what I'm saying. We're gonna be in it, and I'm just glad we took this season to prove people wrong and say, yo, last season wasn't just a flash in the pan. This was a setup for something really, really, really big.
And speaking of proving people wrong, do you want to talk about Unai Emery?
Dang, we gotta
Yeah.
talk about it,
I'll
man.
concede.
Let's
I'll
talk
concede it. I'll concede it.
Hey,
I'll concede.
I-
Good job, Emery.
I thought that boy was gonna sell. I thought they was gonna sell that game, man. I thought Emi Martinez was gonna do it for us, bro. I thought he was gonna throw something in there, bro. We could talk about it.
Even if they lost that game 6-0, would have meant nothing because Spurs.
Yeah,
lost
because
today.
Spurs absolutely
It's
dunked
funny,
it.
it's funny how many
Sucked.
like interconnectedness everything had
Bro.
here.
Right? There's too many plot lines.
Yeah, there's a lot of little like a big spider web going on, like little
Facts.
flow charts and stuff. It's
Facts.
crazy.
Too many plot lines. But yes, it was Aston Villa 3, Liverpool 3 at I'm about to say Villa Park. It was a really fun game. It was a fun game. For the neutral, it was absolutely entertaining. They just needed that. Honestly, that and the Spurs result to confirm that they're getting top 4. So Aston Villa will be getting Champions League next season. It is confirmed. It's locked and loaded. I don't know if you want to go game first, talk about Emery first. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where you want to
I
go.
guess let's just
Duran.
quickly run through that silly game. Must have been amazing for the neutrals. But I think every Liverpool fan watched that game with the Arthur fist. It was just a perfect snapshot of why our season. Yeah, perfect snapshot of why our season. I can't even be mad at Durant. It's us.
Yeah.
Like, this is why our season fell apart. We just are absolutely chaotic. We are just a circus of a team. Most good teams, when you're up by 2 goals, in your head the game's over. But not with Liverpool. We always make sure the opposition is alive. Like we keep them alive, no matter what. That's something I hope ends the season because I'm honestly sick of it. I'm just glad this game ultimately meant nothing for me, but it was still frustrating, very frustrating to watch. But Villa deserved it, man. They deserve to beat us, honestly. Like XG, they tore us to shreds. They had so many chances. Like Diego Carlos one, like the open goal in the first half.
0.99 XG.
He totally missed it. And there was one, even after 3-3, Alisson had to make a crazy save to stop Diaby from making a 4.
Yeah.
And Diaby also had a 1-on-1 in the first half. He's blasted over. Like it was insane that what we were giving up to Villa. Yeah, I'm happy for them, man. I don't know if you guys want to talk anything about the game specifically, but
about the game,
big picture for them, it's just unbelievable that
I want to say one thing. You guys remind me of just like a way better like Chelsea team because you guys win more than them. You know what I'm saying? But it's like kind of what it like reminds like because the amount of chances both of you guys miss. Like I wish my team could get half the chances you guys like do in a game. That and like you said, it doesn't matter if you're up a couple goals. Like somehow your team just opens up, and it's not like you guys have a bad defense, like a bad midfield. Like you guys have very good players in those positions, but it's just like something that you guys. It's just
everything
like
about everything about the Liverpool
setup,
plays is chaotic. Everything about it is chaotic. Like when we get the ball in the midfield, or even when Trent gets it, we're immediately looking for quick transition balls in behind, which is foundational to a Jurgen Klopp system. But man, when you don't have a midfield of runners, it is chaos.
Yeah.
It is absolute chaos because the turnovers and the transitions. I mean, their
Bro.
first goal comes from McAllister trying like a really crazy through ball that I don't think he needed to, and then Villa get it, break on the left, Watkins cuts it back, whatever, and then Tielemans scores. And then just game after game, it's been a consistent theme. Yeah, up front, chaotic with the finishing, transitionally, just back and forth, ping pong ball. And then in the the amount of times I've seen Liverpool trying to defend the box and they just cannot clear the ball, like it just keeps bouncing around, like ricochets, bouncing. I'm like, oh my god, it's just a circus. It's must be incredible for the neutral to watch, but you're not winning any big trophies playing like
man.
that.
And
it's
that's
not so like
Villa's
what you were
second,
saying
bro.
earlier, Gene. It's not a personnel issue. Like Gomez, Van Dijk, Kwanzaa, Trent, Alisson at the back. I'm perfectly fine with those players. It is a tactical thing. And as much as I love Klopp, it is one thing I'm excited to see change. Because we need more control. Big time.
Structure versus chaos.
It's just like. Yeah, no, literally, bro. The second goal from Villa, that was the one that killed me, bro. I tried to build down. I'm like, bro, no.
Oh, that was just a McAllister.
I felt that
one.
I felt that one coming in the air. I was like, yo, bro. I was like, yo, nah, son. I roll it.
What's
but
funny, the two, like the second and third Villa goals were stupid. Like
Yeah,
it was just
third was
McAllister
hilarious.
messed up and then complete luck. But they did, like there were so many better chances they should have scored.
Should have
opened us up.
But yeah, do you think? I guess from the midfield perspective, is it still a lack of physicality or a need for more physicality and athleticism in those areas?
Absolutely. McAllister, amazing player, maybe our player of the season, probably. But yeah, he's just not a natural 6. And you can play a player like him in the 6 if the 8s next to him are real box to box. Like if you're talking Declan Rice,
you need muscle.
Prime Wijnaldum in there, like those types of players who will do a lot of the dirty work and cover ground. But when you have Harvey Elliott and I think Szoboszlai was how we ended the match because he took off Endo. Endo started, but when the game started going crazy, Endo was
Szoboszlai came.
Curtis Jones and Gravenberch would be kind of perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Not even those guys are more like pretty footballers.
Curtis Jones ain't as physical.
Physically, but they don't do dirty work.
No, but
they're
sure you could get them to do it. But they're big guys. Is what I'm saying. Like they're not like weaklings. You know, they're not like 5'5" or something. Those guys got.
Yeah, it's the profile of the player is the issue. We have a lot of we've transitioned well from the Brexit midfield to like a much more proactive and forward-thinking midfield, but it's just imbalanced. Like if we were linked last summer with players like obviously Caicedo, but then Chik Doucouré from Palace. We were linked with Thuram.
Yeah, Kev from
Thuram.
We
were linked with even though it wasn't a real substantial link, we were kind of linked with João Palhinha. Any one of those players, almost transforms the dynamic of Liverpool's midfield. So yeah, that's absolutely a must this summer. Endo did a very good job, but I think looking forward, he should probably be the backup option to a really, really elite 6 going forward. And then I think also if Trent is going to be the right back, then the left back needs to be a Gvardiol, a Tomiyasu, one of those no nonsense,
super disciplined,
just a disciplined defender in there. While Gomez is good and he did pretty well this season, we need someone I think of a higher caliber.
Yeah.
And then Van Dijk, Kwanzaa, Konate, I'm totally fine with those guys.
I was gonna ask you, Kwanzaa and Joe Gomez. It's like already such a big gap, and Joe Gomez has been there for so long.
I was gonna say even though it was 3-3, Kwanzaa made a good account of himself, man. Kwanzaa's a good center back, bro. He needs to be in them like next England upstart like talks, bro. He needs to be in those conversations.
What I'm saying, him and Branthwaite in the next decade for England. And I mean, Kwanzaa benched Konate. Like he's ended up
he's done very well.
Best partner. He has a lot of potential. So I'm happy to see what happens with him. And it's funny doing all this talking, but it's not even like we're getting a new manager, so I don't know what he's planning on doing.
What's gonna happen?
Like Trent might not even be right back anymore. He might just put him permanently in the midfield. Then it completely changes what.
Then you sign Wan-Bissaka, bro.
I mean, we've been heavily linked with Gertruda, who currently plays for slot at Feyenoord, and I think he watched our game at West Ham. But that could be for any reason. Who knows? But I think he's primarily one of those like center back, right back hybrids. So wouldn't even satisfy the left situation. So who knows? Liverpool is almost a blank canvas.
Honestly,
from now till August, who knows where we're gonna be, what we're gonna look like. But trust me when I say I'm excited for some changes.
word.
I'll be devastated on Klopp's final day. It's gonna be emotional, and a lot of the nostalgia is gonna hit. But I think everyone involved needs a change a little bit.
Before I say the point on Klopp, how do you feel about a new six, Bajcetic on the left 8, and then McAllister on the right 8? How do you feel about that combination?
Bajcetic he's not ready to be pinning him in the starting role. He could have been if he wasn't injured this entire season. Like, this season was supposed to be his real stepping into getting some more responsibility, but his progress has just gone. It's delayed an entire year. It's delayed an entire year. So we definitely need an elite 6 in there next season to have next to. Going by what Arne Slot does now, he tends to favor a double pivot. So it would probably be a real powerhouse 6 next to McAllister. And a more attacking player in front of them. So maybe Szoboszlai, maybe I've been seeing people trying to talk about maybe Gakpo playing there. Who knows? Yeah. But then granted, we also thought Klopp was a big 4-2-3-1 guy before he came to Liverpool, and we thought that's what he was going to play. And then he was like, "Nah, forget that." And he went 4-3-3. So yeah, we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, honestly, did you see like Klopp's last little go around of at Anfield and stuff? He was just by himself in the stands and in the field. He was just kind of soaking it all in.
I saw someone send some picture in the group chat of that, and I was like, I don't think I want to look at that now. I'll wait till the final day, and it'll be sad, man. Like I'm imagining him probably giving a speech at the end of the season, like the one Louis van Gaal gave it back in the day. And
the one ETH is gonna get pretty cool.
Oh shoot!
It's gonna be emotional. Like, I mean, like the murals, everything about it is just probably gonna be a big celebration. And he deserves it. Just absolute greatest manager of my lifetime at the club. And it'll be an emotional day.
Word. No, fairs, man. And I wanted to avoid it as long as possible, but I got to give just due. Shout out to Emery. Shout out to Aston Villa. You know what I'm saying? No, seriously, I got to clap it up for them, man. Again, in a season where I think I said Newcastle will be 4th. Newcastle or somebody else will be 4th. I can't remember.
United in 4th.
Yeah. We got to go back on those predictions at some point and look back on them. But yeah, like Aston Villa throughout this entire season showed so much quality, and like so much was unlocked from this squad. Again, getting the best out of Ali Watkins, who's arguably player of the season based off his performances. So much with the narratives between, is Leon Bailey going to compete with what's it called? The incoming Diaby, and rather than them competing, they're complementary, and they supplement each other a lot, which is again a really big thing. Integrating Pau Torres and so many different players into the already existing squad that they had, so much that they had to face. Again, the Conference League exit was shocking. That was ass. I'm not gonna let that one slide. That one was ass. You got packed by Olympiacos. We're gonna let that one lie in the air. But in the league,
but it was their first European campaign. Yeah, how many decades?
Yeah, it's their first thing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Emery's a cup guy, but it's a new squad. It's an adjustment. So I'm not gonna give you too crazy. But you did get packed by Olympiacos. There was like no chance y'all had. But in the league, you got to give credit where credit's due. He did his damn thing. He got them into a really good place, and he has Champions League football next season, man. Like that.
I can't even believe it. I'm trying to picture
that's
Villa
crazy.
Park with the Champions League anthem. Like, wow.
And with the new format, who knows who they're gonna face? They have like 7 different teams that they could potentially. You know what I'm saying? That could be.
Apparently they're lining up a bid for Jack Grealish.
To bring him back.
Seriously?
I've seen reports. I don't know if it's a serious
thing. He's like the most not Unai Emery player. But I guess he could probably do that Tielemans role better. I don't know. Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Something like that. But listen, the world's their canvas now, man. They got different. It's a different level. So credit to them.
They're probably gonna go crazy this summer, and they have billionaire owners.
Facts.
And now with this like
squad recovering,
Champions League, top 4 revenue probably opens up the amount they can spend.
Yeah, they could be a serious team, bro. They could be a serious team.
Or they could do with Newcastle.
Yeah,
Newcastle
let's just hope John McGinn ain't been betting on nobody. All right, let's just hope John McGinn ain't been betting and shit.
Right? To be honest though, Villa now, I will stand by this. Not like a hindsight bias thing. Villa now has a better squad than Newcastle had last season.
That is
Newcastle never had a league squad. It was just an incredible achievement by.
Well, let's just see if they could keep those players.
Yeah, it's also true. No, I mean, I think a majority of them will stay.
Watkins.
Yeah, Watkins.
Someone's willing to pay.
He's staying.
Pay some money for him. Yeah. He's an Arsenal fan, allegedly.
Listen, if it was open, we would, but I feel like he would stay. Even though he looked,
Villa would ask for a ridiculous fee.
Even though he looked distraught, he looked distraught today when Spurs lost. He looked distraught.
Yep.
I saw that. Even though Aston Villa confirmed Champions League, he was sitting there just like he was out of his mind.
That could be
I felt
taken
the
out of
wave.
context so much too.
Bro,
Like
you
the
saw
narrative.
you saw him celebrating and score the second at the
Yeah,
Emirates.
facts.
Bro,
Yeah,
didn't
he
care.
was so happy. Yeah, but I mean
He doesn't care,
that's competitive as well. I ain't gonna lie. He probably felt a little bad, but he also scored on him. It's his career. He don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He was too.
yeah. It is what it is, but nah.
Villa's not selling anyone this summer.
Yeah,
Like, you would
bottom
have
line-
to pay a ridiculous amount of money.
I think there's a couple people that they'd move out.
summer.
Yeah, there's a couple like
Yeah, they can
like
upgrade. They can upgrade
fringe
on Matty
players.
Cash at right back.
Facts.
Um,
They need to get rid of Matty Cash.
Yeah, they can do an upgrade there in the midfield. Since Kamara's been injured all season, I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
they're planning on beefing up there a bit more. They could potentially upgrade a left back. Dina
Yeah.
is good, but you know,
Dini gets
they
exposed.
could go another level potentially.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I can't even imagine how exciting it must be for Villa fans right now. Like,
Yeah.
wow, we were in the championship like 4 years ago, and now we're in the Champions League.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think I've never seen one online, like not even a fan account. So it'll be tough to find.
No, I actually went on Instagram and was just like looking at the comments to see
Yeah.
how happy they were, just to feed off of some positive energy. You know, I haven't had any in a while.
Yeah, no, fairs. But looking around the league, man, let's talk about the relegation scene real quick, just for a quick second, man. It's been confirmed for almost honestly since August that Sheffield United will go down. the boys
They were such an embarrassment, man.
Absolutely, clap it up for the highest. I think they equaled the record in the top flight for the most goals conceded in the season.
Did
Let's
they
clap
reach
it up.
100 yet?
I think
How close are they?
101. I'm pretty sure. All right, let's clap it
Oh,
up.
so
for
they're
them, guys.
gonna lose. Who do they play?
They play Spurs away, I think.
They might get cooked. They might go 107, bro. That's insane. Yeah, Sheffield
Yeah,
United.
you know, Son's gonna be trying to regain that.
Yeah, some
Regain
save
that,
face.
that status. Yeah,
Save
yeah.
face, pussy, bro.
101, man.
Yeah, man. And so that's Sheffield United out the way. Next up, we had
Company. Shout out to him, man.
Burnley. No ball caps this
boy.
season, baby. The ball caps have been pushed aside. How do you feel about Burnley getting relegated?
I mean, they were
should
so
be.
disappointing. I think none of us predicted them to get relegated. We all thought they would have a pretty good season because of the hype company had built up in the championship. And I mean, honestly, that hype in the championship was fair because they smacked up Luton and Sheffield
Yeah.
when they played them this season.
Facts.
Like they're typical championship rivals. They turned into Burnley last season, but
facts.
they were just not Premier League level. And honestly, none of the teams that got promoted were. And we were getting hounded by these Mendham on Twitter earlier in the season when I came out and said this is probably the 3 worst teams that have ever been promoted
Yeah.
in the Premier League at once. And
Nah.
look at that, all 3 are going straight back down.
Facts.
So
Straight yo-yos,
bad.
bro. And this is the thing. I feel like Burnley, they would have had a lot of better luck because they actually played decent football, but they just didn't have the quality.
Yeah, it's not good enough. Yeah, not good enough to beat.
At worst, if they had one consistent like star attacker, they could have maybe slipped over the line. They could have maybe just got by.
I
But
think they needed more. Yeah, they needed a bit more.
yeah,
Listen, Phil, you had Burnley at 14th, 15th. I had Burnley at 12th. Cool. Chase had Burnley at 14th too.
We should go over that.
Oh
real
my
quick.
goodness, yeah,
League table predictions briefly.
Adrian had Burnley at 12th also.
Oh my
It's just,
God.
12th is
yeah.
wild.
I don't have Trey's here with me. I guess he did
Yeah.
it by himself. But oh my,
I don't know.
I
where
know
put
I had
mine.
United first because I had to, but obviously
United
the way
first.
the season played out. But I did have the rest. I had City second, Arsenal third, Liverpool fourth. I had Villa seventh. Let me see where you guys had Villa. Phil had Villa seventh. Chase had Villa seventh. Wow, we pretty much. Let's see what Adrian put Villa. And Villa seventh for Adrian too. We all had Villa seventh place, so they obviously did better. I want to see Spurs because I don't think.
I had Spurs in 9th, I remember.
Yeah, I had
I
Spurs
think I had
lower.
them in 8th or 9th as well. Really low.
Spurs, I had them sixth place. Phil had Spurs, ninth.
9th.
Chase had them in eighth, and then Adrian had them in ninth also.
Mhm.
So
Yo, I'm pretty happy
they
with my
did-
predictions. Bournemouth and Burnley were the big stinkers, specifically Bournemouth.
Yeah.
I'm just happy that as things stand. I think I got the top 3 right, so I'll take that.
Yeah, no, fair.
Well, Phil
Who's
had
the
Arsenal
overachiever.
third. Who's over?
Yeah, that was just my bias putting Liverpool. In
The
second.
overachiever.
Yeah, it's
Aston
the same
Villa,
with me, bro.
probably.
Yeah, I'd Aston Villa 7th.
Yeah.
We all had them 7th, basically.
I think Brighton was surprisingly underwhelming. Brighton
So I
with
had
the,
Chelsea.
Brighton with the
I had
injuries.
Chelsea.
Brighton with the
I
injuries
think-
screwed
I
me
had
over.
Chelsea.
I must have had Brighton 7th or something, or 8th.
Yeah.
Remember when
I
you
had
guys
them
called me
close.
crazy when I said Chelsea 8th, by the way? I'm probably going to get that
Where
right.
are they now?
They're
I
gonna
think
finish.
Seventh. They're
Chelsea are gonna
seventh.
finish 7th. If I'm
Yeah, and I had them 6th. So I mean,
Yeah, you had them
actually, they
6th.
could they finish 6th?
Chase-
ahead
They
of
could.
Newcastle
I think they could.
still, or-
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're level on
Chase
points
had
with Newcastle in
Chelsea
sixth.
5th.
Wow.
Chase had them 5th, and
Oh, but they both
Adrian
finished
had
10, though, so.
Adrian also had them 5th.
Yeah, my big stinker is Bournemouth. I had them 18th.
Yeah,
that one was horrible.
I don't want to
But
say.
so far, the two I got exactly right: Man City in 1st, and Nottingham Forest in 17th.
No, my worst one is putting Sheffield 17th. That's my
Yeah,
worst. one.
that stinks.
Nah. I don't
Oh
have
my
I don't have
days.
mine, but I know for a fact my worst one was West Ham.
Yeah.
Yo, I forgot
I
about
had-
that agenda.
had
West
them
Ham,
in
hey,
10th.
West Ham, bro. No harm done, bro. Listen, hey, truce before the final game. Truce. I don't know what y'all gonna do. But
Yo, the irony of if West Ham wins wins Arsenal the title,
bro,
After all that.
I'm gonna buy Wolfie an extraordinary amount of drinks.
So
He
you had
will-
West Ham 13th.
Yeah.
So did Chase, and then so did let's see what Adrian. Adrian had them 10th, just like me.
I was
Fair
about to say
shout.
before you keep going forward, I just want to talk about the last relegated team real quick.
Yeah, we
Luton
could-
Town. Luton Town. I would say the
Heartbreak.
the most surprising and heartbreaking out of it. A real feel good story for most of it. But yeah, how you feel about Luton going back down?
They could have stayed.
Yeah, they could have. I think back in like February or something, I said that Luton's probably gonna end up going down just because the amount of times, just when you watch the league enough, you see this happen with a team that's the league's darling that put up these really good fights against a lot of the bigger teams, but they just don't follow through with the results. That as the season goes on, like that comes back to bite them, and that energy and adrenaline they had rushing earlier in the season will dissipate, and then they'll just they'll kind of just fade into relegation. It's sad that it happened, but I'm sure every single Luton Town fan had the greatest season of their lives.
Honestly.
And, they had a blast in the Premier League, and we hope we see them back again soon.
Really?
I think they can. They lost a bunch of. They had a bunch
huge
of injuries.
injuries,
At one
huge
point, they
injury
had
hit.
like almost no center backs too. So even for them to not
Yeah.
be the worst
Losing
out of the
Lockyer,
lot,
the way they did too, huge. Yeah,
Which
Yeah.
teams have been promoted already? Like Leicester,
Ipswich.
Ipswich, and what?
And
And
then
the
playoff.
third one is still to be decided. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, playoffs. So,
Mhm.
So Ipswich is a team that has not been in the league for a very long time.
It's been like
Yeah,
what 20
it's been a
years?
while.
Yeah.
Ed
Yeah.
Sheeran celebrated.
At least,
Yeah. I think this is like early 2000s, like 2002 or 3 or some shit like that.
Yeah, Leicester City is Premier League heritage.
Yeah, facts.
Glad to have the best.
The Vardy party is back in the building, man. You know what I'm
Vardy,
saying?
man, just destroying
Hey,
Kane in the long run.
legend.
Another
That's what a
title
real
for him.
English legend looked like. That's all I know.
It's funny how it's like good to have them back. Like they've been out all season. I was like,
Mhm.
okay, cool. Leicester's back.
Facts, man. Hey,
Yeah, because we
I
had
miss.
both teams like Sheffield United. It's
Yeah,
like
bro.
I'm glad
we
to
need
have
some
Leicester
excitement,
City.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
feel
missed
that.
I missed Wout Fikes, bro. I missed that guy. You know what I'm saying?
It was brace of own goals against Liverpool, bro. You broke, man.
No, man, that's the real stuff. But yeah, we'll see what's going on with the relegated teams. Whatever, we'll see y'all when we see y'all, I guess. But for the promoted teams, we'll see what's going on. Ipswich, Leicester, and whoever that third team was, we'll figure y'all out when it's
Hopefully
y'all
his
time
leagues
to.
get more heritage in
Yeah.
there.
Nah, for real. Who's your manager now? It's not Bielsa. It's not Bielsa anymore, is it?
No.
He also got sacked.
Bielsa
and
got
Marsh-
sacked a minute
and,
ago.
Marsh got sacked.
Oh yeah, it's a Mark. Yeah, I
Um,
forgot. Damn.
Hey Trey, can we do a quick little game? It's easy.
Yeah.
There's not much to do. So you text each one of us individually, except one of us, a name of a player, and we have to say stuff about them without giving it away. And whoever you didn't text, me and Phil would have to, or me and Adrian, or Phil and Adrian would have to find out who the imposter is. So two
Okay.
of us would know, one of us wouldn't know
Okay.
who the player is, the football player.
Wait, so we get like one turn to say something and that's it?
No, we keep going until whoever the two people are that think the imposter, they'll like vote it out.
Okay.
Interesting.
So if he gives us like let's say like Holland,
Yeah, I get the. It's kind of like the chameleon game.
and then you
Except
just
we
go
keep going.
defensive monster or something. Yeah, and keep it like
Hmm.
1 or 2 words, nothing like, crazy.
Okay, so I need to text two people, one player, one person, another
Yeah, but
player.
don't put it group chat.
Yeah,
Obviously,
no,
text
yeah,
people in separate.
individually. Yes, I know.
And you just
Alright.
And then
you
the
see
third one, you
the,
don't
Mario.
send them nothing,
All right.
or you could just text them nothing, so they'll acknowledge they got a text.
Wait. So two. Okay, say it one more time, because I'm like I have multiple
You'll
players
text
in my
two
mind.
people the
ready-
same name.
Yeah.
You'll text two people the same name. Whoa.
Thank you.
And then one person you'll just say like you're the imposter. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Okay. Fairs.
Brother is struggling.
Yeah, no, I was trying to double check it. Hold on. I was trying to double check it. All right, give me a second, y'all. We're gonna figure this out. All right, and we shall go.
Someone should beatbox in the meantime.
All right, hold on. How's that double? Did I send everybody the same shit? Okay, cool. I'm checking other text. That's not it. All right, cool. I think we're good to go.
Who wants to?
And this is
to
around
start?
the questions.
Yeah, how
correct?
does it work?
Okay, I'll start. We're tired. Now one of you two piggyback off of that.
How specific can I get?
Just go for it, bro. Don't say his name or
Um,
something like.
Let's say goal scorer.
Icon.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. He played in your team, so I'm gonna go one. Luton.
I'm just gonna say Messi and Ronaldo.
Wait, are we saying
Okay.
one word or?
Yeah, I'm using that what I just said as a way to describe this player.
Messi Ronaldo is crazy. There's no way.
Wait, so when are we able to say an imposter? Like when do we?
Well, Phil, if you team up with me right now, I'll call Adrian the imposter.
All right, I call it Adrian.
Adrian, you have anything to say for yourself before I vote this? You sticking with Messi and Ronaldo?
I am not the imposter.
Nah, I'm choosing. I'm going you, bro. Messi and Ronaldo is crazy.
It's an
Adrian,
inside.
now you reveal your text from Trey, I guess. But
It's an inside joke. It's an inside joke. But
Fuck,
What
so
I-
I am the imposter.
can you see right there?
Oh my god, yeah. Why would you say an inside joke like that? So Phil was the imposter. So Phil
Yes,
was
sir.
the imposter.
Yeah,
Oh my
he was.
I
god.
thought we were talking about like Miroslav Closer or something, man.
Well,
Bro,
I
this
didn't know
said
if you were.
Luton, I
I
was
didn't
like,
know
who
if
the
you
hell
were
is this?
inside the joke or not. So once I figured that you
That's
weren't,
hilarious.
If I
inside
said Luton,
Yes,
said
sir.
Luton, you should have known. Like,
Messi,
Yeah, but
yo.
Cristiano
the joke
Ronaldo.
was the joke was.
But I
that,
guess
yeah,
he
some-
isn't retired. I said
Some
retired. He's
kid.
not.
All right, wait. I don't know if you know, but some kid
He might as well
a
be
while
retired.
ago
I know he played it, but
went viral on the internet because they interviewed him on, I think it was Sky Sports. They said,
Yeah.
"Who do you want Arsenal to sign?" And he
And
said, "I want Messi,
Messi,
Ronaldo,
Ronaldo,
and Cameron Jerome."
Wait, is he not retired?
No,
has to be at this point.
he currently is playing for Bolton Wanderers. He has 40 appearances
Wow.
and 3 goals.
How old
Trey,
is this
do
guy?
you want to get into this? It's a
Gotta
it's
be
quick. It's a
mid
quick
to
little
late
game,
30s.
so you can have some fun.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll do it real quick. I'll text you guys.
Yeah, I'll throw one in there.
Okay.
That's fine. I only said Cameron Jerome because I got the dreads like him, bro. So I was like, so it was between him and Anderson from Man United. That was the only 2 players I was thinking.
Bro, nah, you're going into deep. Oh my days. I was gonna just say like Taylor Swift or something.
Oh,
I'm
dang.
Make
texting
it
all of
easy.
you guys right now. Okay.
Okay.
Don't react to this name, guys. I hope you enjoy being the imposter. All right.
We're starting off, brothers.
Yeah, I guess you guys decide. Since I know who the
Uh,
imposter is, it's not fair if I,
Okay.
if I pick.
Okay. Y'all want me to go again?
uh,
I'm gonna go with what Phil said. Icon. Start it off.
Yeah, that word is too powerful, bro.
yeah, that could mean a lot of things, man. Famously and infamously. You know what I mean? Shoot.
So you said a word or?
Hold on.
Yo, I think we should do one round of things to be fair. I don't know, because if we just keep going, eventually, then there's no way the imposter can win.
Well, the imposter won last time, bro.
Well, that's because I've like kind of rushed us to stop quickly.
Yeah, let's just
Keep
do
going,
max 3 rounds.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
All
Come
right.
on, Adrian. I'm gonna have to choose both
okay.
of you guys as imposters. No one has gone yet. What the hell is this?
Trey was going.
Adrian.
Trey was prepping this.
Okay, it's fine.
Trey,
I'll go.
Yeah, you guys need to come on.
All right. Benedict.
I'm gonna say streets will never forget.
Oh
Yo,
my
one
god.
word? Man is saying a whole
Yeah.
essay.
Oh, I thought it was
Okay,
like a phrase.
Mine isn't even a phrase. Mine is just this.
Ugh.
This guy.
Hold on,
This is Trey.
because you go too specific, the imposter catches.
No, I know what you. I know what
Yes.
you mean. I know what you mean.
You can't go too specific.
Exactly. So I'm like,
That's why I said icon and I said this.
Mm.
It could be a current icon too. They don't know.
Hmm. All right. Dancer.
Adrian, please. I need to know which one of you guys are imposters.
Well, you might be the imposter.
The words that I've said and the acts that I've done would show that I'm not the imposter. What you guys are saying, I mean, I like Adrian's first thing he said.
How the fuck,
Yours have been
bro?
sus.
You gotta.
Superstar.
Huh?
Superstar.
No, that's Adrian. That's Adrian. No way, superstar is crazy, bro. Oh, I'm gonna go celebration. Goes piggyback off my last one.
Mm.
Try it. I swear to God.
Again,
Yeah,
because if
this
I
is
say
so
that,
bad.
because again, my money's on Adrian, but we'll see. You look a little sus, but I don't want to give the tip off to be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can just jump on it and hide in plain sight.
It's thinking too hard, man.
Give me
What I'm thinking.
Pagan.
Pagan. Adrian, finish this round off.
Public relations.
No, it's Adrian. It's Adrian.
Give it
It's
to
gotta be Adrian, bro.
my vote goes to
No.
Adrian.
Adrian, it's got to be Adrian. No way. Adrian, reveal yourself.
Real if you're the imposter.
Yes, I'm the imposter.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
How about Gina and Trey? Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
Yeah,
Adrian, if you can guess the player correctly, you win.
that's how it should be. Yep, that's how it should be.
I have no clue. I mean,
Take
yeah,
a
bro.
shot.
I
Take
mean,
a
you
shot.
already know that I was painting the Jude Bellingham. But
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Of
That's
course,
what I
that was
trying
that,
to
bro.
do.
That got
Yes,
you, man.
yes.
That's a beautiful
Who's
dummy, by
guessing,
the way.
man?
That's a beautiful dummy.
Nah, I mean, from what they said, I got no clue.
Okay, so it's good. Jude.
Yeah.
Huh? Who?
What's it?
Cut
Whenever
it.
he said
So the
superstar, I was
superstar
like,
was so funny.
because I said
Yeah.
icon, joking around, like 'cause
Superstar.
It's
That
the
guy.
type
That
of
guy.
icon.
That guy.
But-
This guy is not a
Well, in
superstar.
a sense, maybe he is a superstar. I don't know. But the
Wait, I
player's
didn't
name
catch.
is-
I didn't catch
in
who
his-
it was.
In his home
I didn't say
country.
his name yet. We're just
Yeah.
laughing at the
Yeah.
superstar.
In his home country, maybe.
The player's name is the one and only Emmanuel Adebayor.
Yeah. That's why celebration, pagan.
I didn't know.
Arms wide
Pagan.
open.
He was like, what?
Yeah, he's a pagan. He's definitely a
And
pagan.
Benedict, that was a good one.
Yeah,
That was a good one.
you see it.
No, yeah, the pagan one. I was like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, I had to.
I think
That's
I at
it.
least guessed like Van Persie from Pagan.
Yeah,
Um,
I would have got
Like
somewhere
Arsenal player,
close.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was fair. That's a solid minigame. That's a solid minigame. I like that one. I like that one. All right. Real quick
Good
before
move.
we get up out here, got a couple ones. Let's do our Yank picks real quick. Let's do a player of the week. Let's do a fraud of the week. Let's get through that really quickly. Check those out. See what we have for it. Anybody got themselves ready?
I got my player of the week. Player of the week is Duran. That guy has to find a way. They need to find a way for that guy to start. He's been probably one of the best super subs in the league this season. You should and with little minutes, like he gets on for like 5 minutes and he'll show up. So I think he's my player of the week. Part of the week, I'm gonna go Manchester United again. I mean, we're playing with the 150-year-old in the pitch with everyone out of position except maybe like one or two players. So they're my fraud of the week. The whole organization just leaving a manager with that amount of poop to play with. So that organization is my fraud of the week.
No.
My player of the week, I'm gonna give it to Stefan Ortega. He might have won City the Premier League today with some of his clutch saves, specifically the one with Son. Fraud of the week, I'm gonna give it to the Manchester United infrastructure contractors who
Theaters.
left that waterfall of a roof.
The theater of streams, blood. The
pour-
theater of streams.
just pouring down on the Old Trafford seats. It's incredible, the condition of that stadium, just embodying the condition of a great club, man. It's quite a sight.
You know, the worst part is of that is that United literally got like the biggest valuation of all the teams in the world. They're the most expensive team.
I
in the
see
world.
why, bro. They
Like
skipping
to-
on them costs. Them renovation costs been running away from them for a decade. I see.
Ronaldo
Like,
was
how
a
is-
kid, bro. The same gym since 2008. Probably using the same.
They said
Everything has changed, man.
They called him a villain when he told the truth.
Mm.
The same jacuzzi since '96.
I've seen some memes. It's like Ronaldo
Yeah,
walked
because then he
or to the training facilities of United. It's, like, it's the same fucking shit. It's the same shit.
Right, imagine seeing the same workout bench from when you were like 22 years old.
And
Like,
especially you
damn.
come back years later, like how many years later? It was 13, 14 years later.
Yeah.
Using the same elliptical in the
Man, he's like, I see. Like, this is the one I vandalized.
Nah, that's
I'm gonna go
that's
real
filthy.
quick. Man, player of the week for me was Guardiola. The brace at Fulham, very top performances recently. Another very good performance today against the Spurs in a crucial match. So Guardiola gets it for me. And fraud of the week, kind of tough now, but I'll have to just give it to United as well for losing at home to Arsenal in I guess in a way that very interesting game that I guess we didn't talk too much about it. But
That's a bad game.
they had their chances. I mean, particularly Garnacho was getting in
We're gonna
behind.
get to that.
But yeah, disappointing. Yeah, just so anticlimactic too. So
Fairs. I'll go. My player of the week, William Saliba. That guy is so fucking good at what he does. Ah, my gosh. Again, what the threats that were, you know what I'm saying, generated from Garnacho and you know what I'm saying?
I'm
not
gonna
dealing
use
with
it.
some
Now you're
parts.
muted, man. I don't want
Nah.
to hear no more Arsenal. I don't want to hear no more Arsenal.
Dang.
Man. We heard it too much,
That's
man.
true,
This
yeah,
guy's
we
gonna
did
go on a
talk about
15-minute
Arsenal.
tangent on how Saliba is the best. We
Saliba
like
is the next-
as
yeah,
long as you know.
Like,
you could have muted
So-
him. If he had done that, you could have muted. Technically.
You're muted for your player of the week. You can move on to your fraud of the week.
All right, fine. That's not.
it's so funny. There were so many times I kind of wanted a mute Trey earlier
Nah.
Yeah.
with the Arsenal.
Bro,
but
y'all should-
I
use
was like, I'll
use
just
it or
interrupt
lose
him
it.
instead.
Use
Yeah, I'll
it,
just interrupt him.
use it or lose it, man. Use it or lose it.
Yeah.
Fraud of the week. There's so many people from the Spurs organization that I could choose from. There's so many. I gotta lock in though. Son, Hyunmin's son, you are unequivocally that fraud of the week, brother. That one-on-one is egregious. You score that in your sleep 9 times out of 10. You do that, bro. You do. For the shit performances, for re-signing for that club, bro. When you know you had a future at Bayern Munich, you know you had a future somewhere else. For signing your life away into the state of bum assery, bro. This is all for you.
He signed for that moment, man. He wanted to be the one to deny Arsenal that league title.
No, man. Good luck with your trophy hunts, bro. Good luck with your trophy hunts. That's all I'm saying, bro. Guys, waste you, bro. Definitely my fraud of the week.
That's a valid fraud of the week.
Man. All right, but outside of that, bro, I think that's all I got, bro. Let me see, make sure I got the timestamp of it. Yeah, we got just the final week. Anything that we might want to be on the lookout for? I know Leverkusen and stuff like that. They've gone clear. They've gone clear for 50. If they clear this, they've completed football. You know what I'm saying? They're unreal.
Yo, they're I think last time I checked, they're about to get over 90 points in the Bundesliga, which has a 34-game league season.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Like, that makes no sense.
Yeah, it's out of this world. The season they've had,
bro.
I hope they pull it off, man. Invincible trouble.
Yeah,
just video game stuff.
Insane work, bro. Insane work. Yeah, that you got the Champions League final is set. All this other stuff.
What do you guys think of tomorrow games? Mid-table galore. Brighton, Chelsea, United, Newcastle. I think those are going to be high-scoring games,
bro.
Especially it's like high-scoring, like preseason exhibition games. I mean, I guess Chelsea and Newcastle are like kind of competing for Europa League.
Yeah, they're competing to put each other in the Conference League, so that's kind of a big thing.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's like a banter entertainment.
Yeah, I'm feeling.
Yeah. As it stands, Chelsea Football Club is playing in the UEFA Conference League next season, by the way.
They're in what, 7th place?
No, they're not. They're not. 6th place plays, not 7th.
They're in 7th right now.
Yeah, they do not play Conference League. 6th place.
Don't?
No.
I'm sorry.
Place does.
I was mistaken. Newcastle in Conference League as it stands.
Wait, really? Wouldn't 5th and 6th be Europa League?
Nope.
I think that changed. It used to be. It used to be like that until
because last season Liverpool and Brighton were 5th and 6th.
Yeah.
The way that the season played out, with like the extras, like who was getting the extra
coefficients.
If City wins the FA Cup, then 6th place will get Europa League, and City probably will win the FA Cup. Let's be honest.
Oh, is that true? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, because usually the FA Cup winner gets Europa League, but City's obviously in the Champions League.
So if we win the FA Cup, then 6th place goes Europa League.
Yeah.
So 7th place gets Conference League. Chelsea in this case.
No, Chelsea's Chelsea 7th.
Yeah, Chelsea has them now.
6th.
That's funny. That's very funny. But just think about,
like
Chelsea.
I said, Ten Hag will complete the only thing.
Chelsea playing at the stadium with the train going through it. I mean, that's
If the only thing that I'm gonna, if Ten Hag wants to make me happy, at least please
that
don't
whole
give us
dynamic
that
is so hilarious. Everybody in that area of the table, except maybe West Ham, right? They're happy playing in the Conference League, but many of the big 6 in that area are terrified of
they're terrified
in that position.
No, it's just gonna be a hassle for Chelsea. Like they're trying to do this rebuild next season, playing Conference League on Thursdays.
They have to pull the Spurs and resign from the forfeit.
They're gonna be playing in NGL, bro. They're gonna be playing in Hunterland, bro. Some of the wild ass jungles and shit.
NGL. Yo, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Shout out Ten Hag, man. For real.
Oh shoot,
He's making me a happy man.
Yeah, I will tune into those games tomorrow. Actually, that's kind of funny.
This might be some banter. It's fun. Some light palate cleansers, bro. But we'll see, man. Let's roll on up out of here. You got closing statements. I won't limit anybody to one word, man. You got the floors. Adrian, give his closing statement.
One word.
No, you can no limits. No limits. A limit in reason, but you know what I mean.
I'm just gonna limit it to one word: champions.
Damn. You said fuck you. That's great.
Mine, 2 words: predictable script.
Fairs.
I'm gonna go with, even if West Ham could score us 2 goals, that back line is absolute shite and we'll concede 6. So David Moyes, if you could pull out some terrorism, I'll appreciate it.
Bro.
Start with 11 men in
Emer-
the 6-yard box.
Nope.
And still Emerson red card 45 minutes, bro. So it's gonna be a shit show. It's gonna be an absolute shit show.
Now someone's getting a red.
He's
It's
playing for his future move.
if someone's getting a red, it's gonna be Paqueta.
West Ham fans, welcome to the Etihad pitch to celebrate.
Paqueta will definitely get a red that game if there's
Yeah.
a red, for sure.
Facts, if anybody would. Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. That makes sense. But yeah, my closing statements is, hey, to the final day, it's been real. Salute. It's been real. But yeah, that's all we got, man. Listen, make sure you go check us out. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all to the moon and back. Thank y'all for rocking with us through this long ass season. Oh my gosh, it's been a long season, but we appreciate every single one of y'all who stopped by, sent a meme, liked it, engaged with all the content online and stuff. We appreciate it, man. Facts. Big up all the Champions League crew that we saw mid-season too. There's been a lot of stuff that's went down this season, but before anything kicks off and rolls through, I just want to say I appreciate all y'all, for real. Bottom of my heart, appreciate y'all. We gonna take it on out of here. This has been Yanks Talk Ball, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.